Our mateys, I finally made it to Solomon's. I'd planned on going Tuesday, but we had such winds at the salient port, well, almost all of Rock Hall. Boats were on the bottom, so I postponed until Wednesday, which was good. I had, marine forecast was 10 to 15 knot winds coming out of the north, and I'm going south, and I had the tide with me for a certain amount of time, but only if I left like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I wanted to make sure I got to Solomon's in daylight. It's about a 10-hour cruise for me. I originally planned on stopping at Harrington Harbor North for the night and then coming down here. Well, since I didn't get out to get the north, I just said, what the hell, might as well, come on, it's all part of the adventure. Here's one of the problems with sailing at night. It's dark. You can't see very much. Luckily, I got a good chart plotter here, and I'm able to see, and I've got my spotlight, and I find the day markers, and once I cleared the Rock Hall Harbor, I knew I was going to be okay. You could see the bridge miles and miles away, all the lights and everything. So I got part of my jib up because it was a little bouncy out there. I'd say I probably had 2, maybe 2.5, 3 foot waves on occasion. So when I got the jib up, that kind of helped balance me out. So I motored on down there, get to the bridge, and of course the tide is starting to come in a little bit, and the wind is blowing out. So now this is all just kind of piling up there. You know how around the Bay Bridge that happens. But I got through that. On the other side, it smoothed right out. Saw another boat coming through, talked with him for a little bit on the radio. Same thing, just had his jib up. And asked him, where he was headed. He said, well, as far as the wind will take us today. They had no plan. I like that. So then once daylight hit, I decided to go ahead and put the main up. I don't know what the heck I did, but somehow I got the main halyard all tangled up. Jets going by over here. I got the main halyard tangled up. I wasn't going to work on getting it untangled out in the bouncy seas and everything, which worked out all right anyway, because a couple hours later, the wind died to like 5 knots, if that. So I motored most of the way here. And, Solomon's is easy to get into. There's a few fish trap things. I mean, you want to avoid these. And I'm telling you guys, these are not small little sticks that you would use for marshmallows. These are like telephone pole size. So you really want to avoid them. Well, I'm staying here at Harbor Island Marina. It's the first marina you come to on the port side. Plenty of deep water. They've got fuel, diesel. You can see the restaurant behind me here, Charles Street Brasserie, I think is how they pronounce it, Brasserie. Anyway, it's a top-rated restaurant by Yelp in the Solomon's area. I went in the other night for a drink. Great-looking menu. Looks like a fun place too, well-maintained, and they're open year-round. So that's another plus. The other plus about Harbor Island Marina is they're the closest to walking into town. It's a no-brainer. Easy in, easy out, easy access to all the stuff in Solomon's. But I did go around, I did look at all the other marinas. I know some of them. I was at Solomon Yacht Center, which is straight across from me here. Here's a little aerial of it. And then just up from that is Zandheiser's. Very nice marina, well maintained, nice boat yard. That was really nice. Spring Cove is further up. That one's quite a ways up, but that's a nice marina too. And then on the other side, you have Calvert Marina, and that's a huge marina. I mean, it covers that whole peninsula. It used to be a naval training base, so there's a lot of history there too. And that's a nice marina. They've got some floating piers there. So that's kind of what I did here. I just kind of walked around, relaxed a little bit. Oh, hey, here's the Solomon's Island Bridge. No, not that. That's the Governor Thomas Johnson Bridge. Here's the Solomon's Bridge. And see this little walkway, or this little waterway that they have, is what keeps this an island. Kind of interesting. I was really kind of surprised too at this time of year how many of the restaurants are still open. There's a lot of nice restaurants, and there's a lot of other things to do here too. The Calvert County Maritime Museum, that's really nice. There's an art center. It was a little far for me to ride my bicycle to, but that would have been a nice place to visit. So I'm just going to kind of hang out here the rest of the afternoon. Small craft advisories again today. You can probably hear the wind in the background. So then tomorrow, the winds are supposed to knock down tonight, so tomorrow I'm going to head back, but I am going to make it. I'm just going to go to Harrington Harbor North tomorrow and then spend a couple days there and then back up to Rock Hall, the Sailing Emporium, maybe, I don't know, we'll see whatever happens. So this is kind of my cruising the Solomons between small craft advisories. It's all part of the experience, guys. Hey, happy and safe boating to you, your family, and friends.